Tag, grüezi miteinander, hello. My name is Eve, and on my channel, I discuss how to teach your child German when you are not a native German speaker. Today's subject is how to teach your child German to prepare for Thanksgiving. So I start making my kids learn vocabulary for holidays 2 weeks before the actual holiday. So leading up to Thanksgiving, I will make them do a lot of German activities and help them build up their Thanksgiving vocab. So on Thanksgiving Day, they can be well prepared and know what all the food is in German and so on. So the first step I always do for every holiday is I go to Teachers Pay Teachers, and I will put the links below of the packets I bought on there, and I will write down my favorite teachers and resources I love. So I always get vocabulary words, and then I have my children study the vocabulary words for 2 weeks. And then usually they'll have a picture of the word and then the actual vocab word. So on Thanksgiving Day, for my youngest one, I will cut the vocabulary card in half, and I will give him the words and have him label the food on the table. For my older child, I don't need to do that. He will just point and tell me what all the food is and use every vocab word he knows and all the food in a sentence. I also found a wonderful packet about Hamburg, Germany, and I will link that below as well. My son loved doing this activity. It has a turkey character, so that's perfect, and he learned about Hamburg, Germany. So that's a great way of learning culture and seeing pictures of Hamburg. So I had my boys do a paper craft, and they had to write what they were thankful for in German. So another activity I had my children do with their German tutor was I wrote a list of Thanksgiving foods, and they pretended they were at a restaurant, and I mentioned this in past videos. They do a lot of role-playing activities. If you do not have a German tutor for your child, you can go to a website called deepl.com, and I will link it below. It's very similar to the Google Translate app, but it's a little better, in my opinion. You can see for yourself. But you can write, on the English side, I would like a piece of turkey with mashed potatoes and gravy with a side of cranberry sauce. And the DeepL, just like the Google Translate app, has a speaker, and it can say it to your child, and it's a great way for you to learn some words too in sentences. So don't use the excuse of, well, I can't speak German, I don't know German. You can teach your child German if you don't know German. There's so much technology, so just take advantage of it. For the Thanksgiving role-playing exercise, I just cut up scrap pieces of paper and made mashed potatoes and gravy and sweet potatoes with marshmallows on top and a turkey leg. You can do this also with Play-Doh, or you can have your child draw the food. Your child can decide what they want to do that day. I like to change it up, so one day I'll do Play-Doh, the next day I'll do paper, the next day he can draw. So just make it fun. So I want to talk to you about a few books that I bought on Amazon. So my children are really into Dog Man, and I mentioned this in the past. So this Dog Man book by Dave Pilkey is called Brawl of the Wild. And on Amazon I wrote Brawl of the Wild, Dog Man, German edition, and then I got Dog Man, Das Jaulen der Wildnis. So my 7-year-old has been having a fun time reading and translating. So every single day, I mentioned this in past videos, I have my children read to me for 10 minutes in German, and they translate, and I will have the English book open to make sure they're translating properly. It does not have to be perfect when they translate. So if they're off by a few words, but they get the grasp or the concept of what's going on, I let them go with it. So this is a great way. I know it gets expensive because most German books that I've bought are around $15. Sometimes the shipping's included, sometimes it's not. So what I normally do is I just go to the library, get the English version, and then I buy the German version. So that's a great way of saving money. Or you can reach out into your community and see if people have the German version of the English book you were looking for. Sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't. So to save money, I just most of the time get the English version from the library because it's free. Another book that I recently got, it's called Der Zauberer von Oz. And this is actually in every page is like, so one page will be in English, one page will be in German. So I really am enjoying this book so far. I'm understanding most of the German because I am an advanced B1 reader. And two other books I'm going to talk about is Charlotte's Web, or Wilbur und Charlotte, by E.B. White. So like I said, free version from the library. Bought the German version for $15. So I just wrote, like I said, on Amazon, Charlotte's Web, German edition. Or you can do the author's page like I mentioned in past videos. But this is such a good book. This is for around like 2nd to 4th graders. So this is great. My 10-year-old is reading this with me. But if you want to read it as an adult, go for it. So think of all the books you read as a child. Like, for instance, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Charlie und die Schokoladenfabrik. Get the German version. So the next video, I will be talking about Santa Claus Day, Christmas, and New Year's, and how we are preparing for those holidays. So that's all I have today. I hope you all have a wonderful, happy Thanksgiving, and I hope you learned some new vocabulary words for Thanksgiving, and you can make some sentences and say, ich bin dankbar für, I am thankful for. Dankeschön. Tschüss.